Hi, it's Mark at FBA2USA. Come to FBA2USA.com to get hints and tips on getting started on Amazon Seller Central if you live outside the USA. And even if you live inside the USA or Canada, you'll probably find that the tips are quite useful if you are considering importing products into the USA from outside. So, today I thought I'd do a quick refresher. A number of people have asked me just to go through again the minimum viable steps for getting started on Amazon Seller Central. And a slight change to the way I've expressed this before, if you've seen any of my other training, I just thought I would start again with thinking exactly from the beginning, what should you do first? Now, of course, the first thing is you've presumably got an idea for a product. If you don't have an idea for a product, then you really do need to do the training, and you need to go through thinking about why you're going to sell something and why people should buy it from you. And that should help you narrow down all the options, as well as looking at what sells well on Amazon, which most of the Amazon training will go through. But let's assume that you've actually narrowed that down. You've found a supplier, presumably based outside the USA. Most would be, if you're going to be making a profitable product with your own brand. And then from there, you've got to the stage where you want to open your Seller Central account, add your product, and send your inventory into Amazon to begin selling. So what do you need? Well, the first thing you need is packaging for your product. So if your supplier provides the packaging, well and good. If they don't, that's not too big a problem. And when you're starting out, I would always advise physically inspecting anything that you're proposing to sell on Amazon before it gets there. So even if it's starting its life in China, if you're not in China, you should get it to where you are, have a look at it before sending it in. At that point, you might want to do the packaging in your home location, at least to start with, and then you'll be choosing a barcode, which is the next essential step, and adding that barcode to the outside of your packaging. That gives you an EAN or a UPC, which is something that Amazon absolutely requires, and that you should be adding to any product that you are going to be branding your own product. And that will allow you later to get on the Amazon brand registry and protect your position on Amazon.com. So, you get your product, you get your barcode, you get your snazzy packaging. You're not ready. You want to get some images, high quality images. You probably want to get someone who actually is a product photographer to do this. Yes, you can point an iPhone at it and put a piece of white paper behind it, but you're not going to get something that's as good as if you talk to someone about perspective, about how to position the product, what ways to think about it, and then of course you want to get some action shots of people actually using it for your alternate images. You get one main image and 9 background images, and you want to use those background images to put in fun and interesting things. They're perhaps even something that someone might comment on and attract other people to the area. So think of something quirky to put in some of your background images and get some help with those photos. Once you've got your images, now you're ready to open your Seller Central account, probably get a pro seller account. I've said before, probably you want to set it up in the name of a company, but you don't have to. You can set it up under your own name, and later on you may consider, and probably should consider, incorporating a company in your home jurisdiction before you apply for an EIN in the USA. Let's come back to that. The next thing you're going to be doing, you've got your images, you've got your product descriptions, which should be pithy and interesting. You've got 5 bullet points and then a longer description. Inside my training I give quite a lot of detail about the different ways you can think about that, but don't waste the space, make it interesting, make it differentiated. And then once you've got all that together, you can add that with your EAN, choose a SKU that means something to you, and add it initially as a fulfilled by merchant product. Again, reasons for doing that become apparent later on as you grow your business, but add it as fulfilled by merchant, and once you've uploaded the full thing, then transfer it over to FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, and then you've got 2 SKUs for the same EAN, and that you'll find out why you've done that at a later stage. Now, the next thing you want to do is, of course, begin promoting that product. Consider Facebook advertising, consider creating a domain with the product name, or if you don't do that, consider using a third-party service like Leadpages to create a landing page which can describe the product in an interesting way and make people ready to go and see it on the Amazon page, where you've had limited ability to design that page, and it's going to look more like Amazon than it looks like you. So if you can interpose a page with your own branding, your own color scheme, your own sales message, and potentially a video, then that will be very helpful to getting started. And then, of course, once you've done all this, you will, having made a few sales, very quickly be looking at getting a US EIN. And to do that, you need to phone the IRS and pretty much tell them what it is you're doing, and they'll probably allocate you one over the phone. It's getting a little bit more complicated, the EIN process, than it used to be, but it's still very doable. And again, details of how exactly to do that are obtained within fba2usa.com. So that's the basic getting going. With that, you should have a business that can go at least 6 to 12 months and find out if it's viable. And then there are, of course, additional products that you might want to add to leverage that brand that should be similar to your first product in terms of being something that it makes sense for you to sell and it makes sense for people to buy from you. So with that, good luck. Hope this has been a useful introductory training. If you want more details on any of these points and direct access to me for Q&A, join fba2usa.com. The 2 in the middle of that is a number 2, just in case you can't find it the first time. Alright, thanks very much. Goodbye.